Well, hello, I'm Nathan Judah. I'm delighted to be joined by Joe Edwards. Joe, it might be your day off, it might be my day off, but that means it doesn't stop us at all doing a video about, let's be honest, even though the fee has been eclipsed by Fabio Silva, for me, the marquee signing of the window, Nelson Semedo, is a Wolves player, Joe.
Yeah, I think you're right, and I think I said it on Twitter. This is Wolves moving into uncharted territory. Really, I mean, you're not just signing a youth player from Barcelona. You're signing somebody from who's made more than 100 appearances, and been in the team most weeks for them. So it's quite a bit of a statement. I mean, that right wing back area has been under the spotlight, hasn't it? Ever since Matt Doherty left, when's the new player coming in? Who's it going to be? And Nelson Semedo, a 26-year-old, 13 Portugal caps as well, and he really kind of fits the mould, doesn't he? And this, seems to be a player that can come in straight away and make an impact. I'd imagine he'd go straight into the team for West Ham, and it's an exciting signing.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about Matt Doherty when he left and his age and coming to the best years of his career. But to sign, like you say, a player from Barcelona who's played top level football, the very best of the best, coming in at 26 years old. So you think the best years are ahead of him? That's a real coup for Wolves.
Yeah, and Nuno will be delighted because Nuno will know a lot about this player, and Semedo equally coming in saying he's excited to work under Nuno and learn a lot from him. So it seems it just ticks all the right boxes, doesn't it, from a Wolves perspective? I mean, of course we talk about the age, but the player has still got to be enticed to take on the project at Wolves, and he's obviously likes what he sees. He's already a big Portuguese contingent at Wolves. Nuno, the coaching staff, it's 10 players now as well, Portuguese. So especially in this restricted COVID world that we're in, it could be very difficult moving to a new country, adapting to a new league in the Premier League. But they're going to help him, through with the language barrier and things like that. So it ticks a lot of boxes. Initial £27.5 million fee. It will quickly go to £29 million. And then there is potential for add-ons over the course of the years, which could take it, fairly high. Could even take it over 35 million towards that 37. But it's very much kind of could. It's stuff like Wolves getting in the Champions League or getting so far within that European.
No, pay everyone if they do that. Pay everyone. I don't care.
Yeah. So, it's these deals now they tend to involve add-ons and things like that, and this is no different. But initially 3 years, could be 5 years, club option. So I think happy days. It's a good statement signing, and really bolsters that position. It's a position that needed strengthening as well.
Yeah, so Joe, what kind of player are Wolves getting in Nelson Semedo? Are we getting a right back? Are we getting someone who can play centre back? Are we getting a right wing back? What is he classed as at the moment? And will Nuno see a slightly different role for him?
You're getting a right wing back, and he's played it on the right of a back four mainly for Barcelona, and I think a few were kind of looking at him from the outside. I mean, he didn't have a great game in the Champions League a couple of months back against Alphonso Davies of Bayern Munich, but Alphonso Davies has pretty much had everyone on toast for the last couple of years. But his CV speaks for itself. If you're playing 120 games across 3 years for Barcelona, then you've got to be of a good standard. Seen him a few times. He's very, very quick. Across the ground, doesn't mind a tackle. I think he has stuff to offer going forward. Perhaps not much of a goal threat as Matt Doherty was, but I think this will be an evolution that we could see from Semedo. I think Nuno will be keen to, for him to get involved in attacks and come up with assists, score goals. I think he scored 2 goals for Barcelona, so I think he'll be looking to better that in a Wolves shirt. But it's one that really for me is probably the marquee signing really of this window. I think we're hearing that Wolves may be done now. I kind of take that with a little bit of a pinch of salt and seeing what's happened.
We'll see.
Yeah, seeing what's happened so far this summer. But if that is them done, I think it's been a decent window really. Getting in a player of his quality, of his CV, ready to come in and make a genuine impact straight away. It seems. I think he's a good bit of business.
Yeah, I guess the only shame about this is that the fans don't get to see him make his debut potentially at West Ham on Sunday. Can you see him being involved in that squad or even starting, Joe?
I think he'd go straight into the starting 11. Yeah, I really do. And Traore hasn't looked comfortable there, has he? And that's not necessarily his fault. He's not a right wing back, is he? And I think these past couple of games have proved that. That he has played there at times, but he's so much better in the final third. And that just defensive side of his game, for all intents and purposes, is just not him. And this allows to get Semedo in and get him in there more of a steady Eddie defensively, but able to offer himself going forward and let Traore do his thing in the final third, and let Neto and Podence really kind of have that licence. So Keanu Hoover has come in as well, hasn't he? Of course, he seems to be more one for the future, but he will be in squads, no doubt about it.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
I'd imagine he'll be on the bench at West Ham. He can play on the right side of the back three as well, so he's a good versatile option. But Semedo, make no mistake, he's the out-and-out replacement for Matt Doherty, and seemingly a very good one at that.
Yeah, he's got some pace as well. I mean, Semedo and Traore down that right-hand side. I mean, goodness me, you're rubbing your hands together, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly, and this is the thing now. Wolves have kind of moved into, with this signing, seemingly a very different kind of market. And then I know they've signed players with potential this window, but this is an established player. I mean, Jeff Shee says that we're signing a world-class player from a world-class club, and it is. It is that kind of proportion. I mean, we'll see whether the proof is in the pudding with his performances in a Wolves shirt, but he's got the pedigree, and you getting rid of Matt Doherty, it was a risk. But it seems like they're set up to have made a very good replacement that hopefully can take Wolves to the next level. I'm personally very excited by the signing. I've watched Barcelona a fair few times. I've spoken to you before about Barcelona being pretty much my favourite foreign club. So, anytime you sign a player from there, it kind of gets your pulse racing, and I think Semedo definitely comes into this Wolves team and boosts this squad and adds real genuine quality to the team. So fingers crossed he turns out to be that success he's settled to be.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Joe. And we will hopefully see yourself and Nelson Semedo at the London Stadium on Sunday night. Just a quick one on that, Joe. Of course, West Ham, 3 coronavirus tests positive, including the manager, David Moyes. They played last night. They were at the stadium. They were told to leave the stadium. As we understand it, unless you correct me, the game will go ahead unless something happens in the next 24 to 48 hours. Yeah,
so I mean, Premier League players get tested regularly anyway, so they'll undergo another round of testing, and as long as that's okay, then the game will be on. It'd take a lot for the game to be called off. I mean, the good thing you can say is all 3 at West Ham, Issa Diop, Josh Cullen, and the manager David Moyes, of course, they're all asymptomatic. So hopefully they're all A-OK, and the rest of the West Ham camp is A-OK, because Wolves, after that Man City result the other night, want to kind of bounce back and bounce back with a win and get back to winning ways. It's a favourable running now, and it's a chance to pick up some points. So hopefully West Ham Sunday, new signing in tow with Nelson Semedo and 3 points on the way. Fingers crossed.
And we're talking more about that on Friday at the podcast. Joe, thank you very much. See you soon.